everybody. Happy Sunday. Hey, hey, hey. How are you? Hey, friends. It's Sarah from Your Creative Junction, and it's Sunday, and we're crafting. And if there is a red live button over my shoulder, you're watching me live. And if that button is gone, then you're watching the replay. Thank you so much for watching. I am super excited to craft with you tonight. It's been a while. Just get these pop-ups off my screen. Hello, Kristen. Hey, hey, hey. I got a desk full of stuff to do tonight. Lots of crafting to happen tonight. Hello, Tammy. Hello, Wendy. Oh, look at you guys dropping in. Hey, hey, hey. Hope y'all are having a fabulous long weekend. Enjoying it however that happens for you. I'm sure it's different for everyone, but hopefully you're enjoying yourself at least a little bit. The weather cooled off a little bit for us here. Hello, Brandy. Hello, Laurie. Hey, hey, hey. Trying to keep things as easy as possible. I'm going live in one place tonight, and I am not sharing it. I'll share it later. Try and keep all of the comments to one stream. So I got a couple of different things to do with you tonight. I have a whole desk full. Actually, 3 projects in front of me, and we shall see how many of them we get done. So let's get started. Thanks for sprinkling, Tammy. Thank you, thank you. I'm going to do a draw this Wednesday for all the sprinklers. So make sure you're around on Wednesday. Actually, you don't even have to be around. You guys know, if you win, you don't have to be here, but I'm going to do that on Wednesday. We've had lots of sprinklings, so thank you, thank you. We had an awesome class this afternoon. I did a private class for some folks, 3 girlfriends who wanted to come, all just the 3 of them. So we did that, and we wood burned some beautiful trays. Watch for that post later tonight maybe, but they did a great job. And I want to show you one of the things that we did with those trays. We did some watercoloring on them after we had wood burned them, and they turned out really cool. So I have a piece here that I can show you as a sample. We're going to do that. We're going to watercolor on a chalkboard, and we're also going to do some stuff on watercolor paper. Thanks, Kristen. How has everybody's weekend been so far? I'm going to drop you so you can see them. We're going to get started. Let me know how your weekend's been so far. We will do this. See if we can't get it to focus. Oh, it doesn't look too bad. We're a little crooked. What is going on? That's better. That's better. All right. So you guys remember I made this. We did this for the Easter tier tray or something. This was a reverse canvas. So before I went live, I peeled this off of here because I want to reuse this frame. I love this stain. I love the little flower. So I just peeled the canvas off. You can see it tore it a little bit. You see the edges. Hello, Laura. It tore it just a little bit. I'm going to save it though because I might be able to use it for something, and I don't want to toss it out. So I'm going to keep it. But I was able to warm up all of the glue and then just scrape it off. So then I can reuse the frame. So we're going to do that. We're going to watercolor on my white chalkboard. So I think we'll do that second. Actually, no, we're going to start with that because part of it's got to dry. So let me show you how this is done. Watercoloring is lots of fun. Hello, Lisa. Hello, hello. Hope you had a fabulous Sunday. So we are going to watercolor. I look at how prepared I am. Hey, Mom. Hey, Annette. I even washed my board ahead of time tonight, you guys. Hello, Shauna. How are you? Oh, hello, hello, everybody. It's a good day. We're going to get started. So this is my chalkboard. For those of you who don't know, these are going out of stock. I do not know what they're replacing them with, but they won't be replaced until sometime in July. So grab them while you can. I don't even know what's left in stock, to be honest. I haven't looked lately. I just know they're gone. All sizes, they are leaving. They will replace it with something, but I don't know what. So if you love this, go get it. And if you need to know where to get it, just type something in the comments and I will come back and answer you later. But we're going to use this sunflower, this etched sunflower. And this one is just the outline. That's why it's called etched. So it is just the outline of the stem and just the outline of the flower. And I'm going to show you something kind of cool to do with this. The butterflies are etched too. So you've seen us use the butterflies, but I'm going to do this standalone sunflower here on my board, and I'm going to do it. Yeah, I'm going to watercolor it. I'm going to show you how to do that. This is kind of cool. Another way to use your transfers, and you can do this on wood, you can do it on paper, you can do it on chalkboard, wherever you like. So my transfer is well loved, so I do not need to fuzz it, but I do need to make sure that I don't have any wrinkles and that it's really well stuck. So basically my first step is going to be to use, I'm just going to use a light color. I'm going to use Dune. Hello, Lana. How are you? Happy Sunday, friends. I'm using this light color because basically it's going to give me a, think of it as like color by number, sort of. This is going to be my outline, and I'm going to use it as my lines to then draw in. So I'm going to just put it on with Dune, and don't worry, you're not going to see much of it. So, but I did choose this color because it does kind of coordinate with all of the other colors that I've chosen for tonight. So it's kind of fun. I'll just get this chalk paste dragged on here all over. Make sure I don't miss anything. Brandy was cleaning today. Did anybody else do anything fun today? Hello. Hello, Heather. Yes. I was going to ask the same question about the storm. We had no damage here. None. We had high winds. We were in the middle of a class. Lori was here. We were in the middle of a class when the storm sort of blew through. And we all said we kind of didn't even realize that a storm was coming. But it definitely did not hit us hard here in Belleville. But I am curious to know. I was worried about some of my northern peoples. All right, we'll peel this off. And honestly, that kind of looks pretty all by itself. I will show you. I am going to have to clean that transfer to finish this off, so I'll do that in a minute. I'm going to leave this to dry, and I'm going to move on to the next step. But do you see how even that alone is kind of pretty? In Dune, all on its own there on the white, it kind of looks pretty. Anyway, we might do that another day. Just leave it like that. I like the way that looks. It's just simple. Oh, I made it. I got a little mess, but I'll have to clean it up afterward. Yeah, same. And I'm going to set this aside and let it dry. And I'm going to move on to a piece of paper. If you have not done paper before, hello, Merle, how are you? I love the sunflower too. Love it, love it, love it. And we're going to watercolor it in a second, but we're going to move on. And we're going to do lemons because you guys know I'm working on the lemon tier tray. We made some really cute pieces yesterday when Laurie was here. So I am working on my lemon tier tray. So I wanted to do a piece of paper to go inside of my frame that I just showed you. Now, I have always waxed paper. It's just stuck in my brain. This transfer is not very sticky. I've used it a lot of times already. So it's not super sticky, so I'm not worried about it destroying my paper. But my brain tells me I need to wax. So that's what we're doing. Heather likes those sunflowers too. Yeah, I have a feeling that I'm going to need more than one copy because come fall, we're going to use those a ton. Yeah, Jamie definitely has no hydro still. I was talking to her earlier, and they are without, and they're talking about upwards of 7 days for them without hydro, which is really not good. That's a really long time to be without hydro. So I'm thinking, I'm just putting my frame on top for reference because I think I want to do this lemon. I'm not worried that it's gonna, like it's squeezing outside of the frame. I'm not worried about that. I just want to, I want this lemon, and then I think I'm gonna stack freshly and squeezed underneath of it, but we'll see how it goes. Let's get this done first. Yeah, really wild. So they're north of us, right? Lana and Jamie and them. Well, Jamie's even further north than Lana. But yeah, they are, and the winds whipped through there pretty badly. So lots of down trees. As far as I know, no injuries, but definitely lots of down trees and no power, no hydro. So I'm using Bumblebee here, ladies, if you're wondering. I'm just going to do my lemons in Bumblebee, and then I'm going to do my leaf in Meadow. This is your club transfer for this month too, remember? So if you still have time to get this transfer, if you aren't already a club member, you might want to join the club. And if you want more information on that, just drop the word club in the comments and I will hook up with you. Yeah, Uxbridge was crazy, crazy, crazy. I saw some pictures. They actually declared a state of emergency, so that is insane. Still don't have it. All right, let's see what Monday, or no, sorry, Tuesday brings, Annette. Did you get, what month are we? Oh my, this is May. Did you get April, Annette? I still have one or two people who have not gotten April, so I'll be calling on Tuesday. Oh, I hear the popcorn maker being used upstairs. All right. I didn't bring a small squeegee in here with me, or like a, sorry, a detailed tool, so I'm just doing my best. You don't, oh, what does that mean? What does that mean? I don't finally get April. You didn't, or you did? Dang it. This is May, yes. Yeah, this one is May, Lana, definitely May. So it is coming. You should have it, I would think, by Monday, Tuesday. Sorry. So love this. Love, love, love. I'll hold it up so you can see. You did finally get April. Awesome. That's great. No worries. I knew you'd clarify for me. That looks really great. I love that. I'm going to dry it real quick, and then I'm going to put the words on in black. And this is going into that frame. You got yours on Friday. Awesome. Thank you, Lisa. I'm going to show you how I use this exact same lemon in another place here in just a second. So this is just paper out of my kids' I don't know what they call it. They're like artist books. Can you see I ripped it out? I sent Avery to get me some. We're dry. So you can just use this paper out of these art books that you can get. These ones came from the dollar store. They're not even like high end. Hello, Lindsay. I am using chalk on my paper. So I did wax my paper, and then I'm using chalk on it. So rule of thumb with ink is really that you are going to use ink on anything that you want to be made permanent, that you might want to wash. That's kind of how I think of it. If I'm going to want to wash it, I need it to be ink. You love my mug. Thank you, Wendy. We're going to do like a local to us anyway, ceramics nights for anybody who wants to join us. I am working on being able to offer ceramics here in the workshop, so stay tuned for that. But it may be longer than I want to wait, so we might end up going to Kingston for anybody who wants to go. You're welcome, Lindsay. I'm glad you're here to watch. So I'm going to just do the word freshly, and then I'm going to put the word squeezed underneath. Oh, except for I think I just went over, but we'll embrace the imperfections as always. Because it's too, oh yeah, lovely. I'm going to dry that, and then I'm going to put the word squeezed underneath because I need it to fit inside of my frame. See where I'm going here? Yeah, ceramics, Lana, ceramics. I'm excited for that. And of course, we're going to try and figure out a way to add in some chalk into our ceramics. Of course we are. Just like we added some chalk into our barn quilts and it made them 10 times better. I haven't shown you guys yet. Laura made the most amazing barn quilt at the retreat, and I have to show you all because I'm like just in awe. It's amazing. Amazing. You're getting your puppies soon. I'm so excited for the puppies. Even more excited because I live close enough to be able to go and visit them. All right, I'm going to do my best to get this straight, but who knows? I'm not putting down a tape line. If you are really bothered by things being straight and evenly spaced, you can go ahead and add a tape line. Just use painter's tape. That will totally work fine. Or washi tape. That will work fine too. If you need that, go for it. So I'm just getting the word squeezed on here. Oh, I should turn on the glue gun. Lori and I discovered that the Z on this transfer is not complete, and so we had to hand write it in. Oh, I'll be there, Lana, or you can bring them here. Stay puppies for a long time. Yes, yes, they do. That breed in particular does. Oh, this turned out cute. I am loving the black, yellow, and green right now. My Freshly is all wonky, and I don't even care. Like I said, if that bothers you, you put down tape lines and make it straight. I'm just going to put my lid on. Try and do more than one thing at a time here. No, 2 fur babies. You love it all crooked? Me too. I love things crooked. I'm scooching for a glue gun battery. Alright. 2 is on. Okay, so we can finish this one up real quick. So this is a really fun and easy project. If you didn't hear me say, these little frames came from the dollar store. I don't know which one, Tree or Rama, wherever I was. Doesn't matter, they all have them. And so this was canvas. So I'll try and link the video where I did this the last time. But this is canvas, and I did it as a reverse canvas. And then tonight I peeled that canvas off of there so that I could reuse the frame. Because I'm thrifty like that. No, because I love this color stain. It's perfect, and I don't want to have to redo it. So I'm just I just peeled it off and chipped away at the glue, and we're going to redo it. So I used the frame to outline so I know my size, and I'm going to cut it. Of course you can. You'll have to put it on the VIP though, because I don't think you can post pictures to this business page. I don't think, like, Facebook doesn't allow it. You can tag the business page, but I don't think that's going to help you. So post it in the VIP so everybody can see the puppies. We all love puppies. You're welcome. I'm excited for them to come to you. Puppies make everything better. I really do think. Well, like, not everyone loves puppies, so pets in general, I think, make everything better. So that is adorable. It's just a little piece of craft paper, nothing fancy. So, and I'm just going to hot glue it on the back of this frame. I actually might cut that down just a little bit more so that I don't have any overhang. Oh my God, Annette, everyone needs a dog. I am hopeful for a second dog. We just got to get a few things straightened out here, and then we'll get another dog. I'm just trimming a little bit more so that there's no overhang, because once it's glued, I hate having to trim. It's just easier to do it this way. There we go. We'll have this one done in no time flat. Thank you, Merle. I love it too. I love these little frames that you can do in reverse canvas looking. And this is not even canvas, this is paper. But one of the ladies, I better make sure I put this on right. I have a bad habit of putting things on upside down. One of the ladies who was at retreat, Stephanie, I don't think she's on tonight, but she had some canvas paper, which I have never seen before, and I thought that was really interesting. It came in different sizes. So you could totally reuse your frames, again, like this. You'd have a dog farm. That's awesome. So I like to just glue one end so then it's like this, so that I can make sure that I can pull this as tight as I possibly can. I also know that this hot glue, it dries super fast. So I'm just doing a small little bead of glue, not a ton. And then I'm just gonna, like, trying, as I'm pushing it down, I'm also trying to pull it taut, if that makes any sense at all. Only it's just decorative, but I just want it to look as tight as possible. I need another glue stick. Yeah, canvas paper. I will see if I can find where she got it from, Merle, and I will let you know. Although, definitely I can tell you it was from Canada. But I'm sure we can find you something similar in the States. Glue sticks. All right, last little bit, and I'll turn it over for the big reveal for you. The big reveal. It's always the fun part. Trying to keep it straight without burning myself. Oh, this is going to be cute. I can just feel it. Oh, thank you, Annette. Oh, yes. Love this. Isn't that cute? So now it's all nice and taut, fully secured. And if you had it and you wanted to add some lemon greenery or some black and white check. That would be kind of cute on here too. But this goes on the top of my tier tray, just on one of these little doodads. What are these called? Easels. And I just put it like that. And it goes on my little easel on the top of my tray. It's adorable. So we reused the frame because I loved that gray stain color. And I was done with the bunny, so we just reused it. Yes, Lori, we should have done one of these for you. We shoulda. All right, turn you off. Yeah, super, super cute. All right, I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to get my frame back up here because we're going to start with some watercolor. So if you didn't catch this, this is the etched sunflower, and I did it in Dune. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make myself some space here. I'm going to have to turn this sideways just because I don't have enough space on the desk. So I'm taking a color tray. The Dollar Tree is where I found those. They are adorable. Yes, I love this frame. I'm so glad I got one. If you guys didn't hear me, these are going out of stock. Going, possibly gone. I haven't checked lately. So, if you love this size or this frame, message me afterwards and we'll see if we can get you one. All right, so I put a little bit of water in my color tray. I've got a ton of paintbrushes. We'll see how many of them I need. And I've got all of my paint colors, or all of my paste colors here, sorry. And I'm just going to go through. I'm going to get my, oh, this one is a little dry. I'm going to get my paintbrush wet, and then I'm going to pick up a little bit of paste. I don't want a ton. That's why I'm doing it this way. And I am just adding, so let me show you, anywhere that there is white, I can see the white. Oh, are you going to focus? I'll do a little bit more for you. So anywhere that there is white, I can see the white through. I'm just going to dab in a little bit of color. So it's not watercolor in the sense that, well, I guess it kind of is same sort of watercolor process, only we're using chalk paste instead. So I'm going to go all in the center here with, and I'm only filling in those dots. That's how I want to do it. If you wanted more color and less of that dune in the center, go right ahead and add as much as you want to do. But as your brush starts to dry out, just pick up a little bit more water. Water first. Sorry, it's off camera. Water first. I'm just tapping my brush into this water. And then I'm tapping it into the paste right out of the jar. I'm not even mixing it. I'm just, this is like the laziest of watercolors there ever was. Because I can just pick up a little bit of that paste on the end of my brush and go to it. And I'm just going to fill the spaces just like this. And it doesn't take a ton of time. You don't have to be incredibly precise because there you go. You can see a little bit more of this now. So as you add in and layer in those colors, it's like filling in the lines. It reminds me of when my kids were little and they had those these paint books that we used to get them because they were no mess. Does anybody remember those? Where you just added water and you had no idea what the color was going to be underneath. And so then the kids, you didn't have to worry about them where they were painting because they weren't really painting. They were just adding water. This is kind of what this reminds me of. Although this is perhaps a little bit more messy, or could potentially be a little bit more messy, but I don't know why. I don't know why my brain just thought of that, and it did. So I'm going to go with the brown in the center and mess with it until you love the way that it looks. Oh yeah, Crayola Magic. Is that what they're called? I don't think we were not Crayola Magic. We were like dollar store for sure. We were dollar store. We didn't have access to Crayola, I don't think, because we lived in the village north, so we only had what was at the dollar store. Oh, your brain went there too, Lori? Good. I'm glad I'm not the only one. All right, I'm going to say enough with the brown for right now. I'm going to go orange next. So this is orange peel, if you're wondering. I'm using up all old stock, all super dry pastes. This is great use for them. Yes, Lana knows what I'm talking about. Excuse me. So I'm going to dot in some orange out here. And just because this is an etched sunflower doesn't mean you have to paint it as a sunflower. Paint it in whatever color spirit moves you. If you want to do it pinks and purples, go for it. The one thing that I was a little bit concerned about when I first started this was my water going to reactivate my paste that was underneath, like my dune? And I have not had that experience. Remember that even if your paste gets wet, you still have to scrape it in order to get it to come off. So I am not experiencing any of that dune smudging or moving. It's just laying still. It's like the lines of my coloring page. Hello, Denise. Thanks for sprinkling. How are you today? How's your weekend been? Does anybody have any plans for tomorrow? Like, it's a holiday for us here in Canada, so does anybody have any plans for tomorrow? Anything fun happening? While I paint my sunflower, I'll pick it up for you in just a second and show you more. Merle, I don't think I knew that. Really? They only face the sun? I did, like the rising sun? I had no idea. I did not know that. Thank you for sharing that with us. One of my most favorite photo shoots with my girls was in the fields of sunflowers. I should post one of those pictures for you guys to see. It was one of my favorites. We have lots of good photos, but I like this. I like the sunflowers. I'm glad you thought of it and shared it with us because I certainly can't be the only one who did not know that. I had no idea. Barbecue celebrating Marissa's birthday. Whoop whoop. That's going to be fun. I barbecued last night and it was really good. It was really, really good. And I took Addison with me to the butcher's so she could help me pick out. Sometimes that makes it easier for her to eat supper if she's had some input on what it is that we're eating. Anyway, she chose a bacon wrapped pork tenderloin. Oh, this kid, she kills me sometimes. So anyway, that's what we had for supper tonight, and it was really good. She's pretty pleased with her choice. So I'm not even, this is not even by any means. There's more orange on one side of this sunflower than there is the other, meaning that I'm going out the petals a little bit more with the orange. But I'm loving that. Let me hold it up. Good choice. Bacon wrapped anything. Yeah, for sure it is. Good. 14. No way, Brandy. Oh my goodness. All right, can you guys see how this is coming together? Orange, and then you can still see the dune for sure. Bacon wrapped anything is definitely a good choice. It was very good. I wasn't sure how I was going to cook it, but we made out just fine. Because it was too dang cold to barbecue. And I was certain that if I had tried barbecuing it, I would have torched the poor bacon that was on the outside. So, thanks, Lana. I'm liking the way it's coming out. I'm just getting that orange out of my brush. Thank you, guys. All right, now I'm going in with yellow, and I'm going to do bright. You could gradient this if you wanted to, or ombre, however you like to say that, and do the darker on the inside and the lighter on the outside, whatever you want to do. But I think I'm just going to, I'm going to fill my leaves, my sunflower leaves, I guess. I don't know. They're not really leaves. Petals. The words will come to me eventually. And then I'm just going to sort of mix the orange and the yellow together. So I'm going to fill a couple of petals, and then I'm going in. My brush is still wet, and so I'm basically hot messing with a brush where the orange and the yellow meet is basically all I'm doing. I am not a painter, like not even close. Thank you, petals. Shauna, thank you. I'm loving this too. And I gotta say, like, I've not perfected this technique. I'm just rolling with it, and I love it. Love the way it looks. And this chalk will dry, this paste will dry just the same as the full chalk, like even though it's watered down, and then it will look all pretty. But look at those petals. The yellow ones. Yes, Lana, come and try it. Come and create in the workshop where all of the supplies are that you could possibly need. So I'm going to fill this up, and I'll carry on here and get all of my petals done. And then we have to decide if we're going to go back in and lay the transfer back over top with black, or if we're just going to leave it the way it is. I'm not sure. I kind of like the dune. I do. It goes pretty fast too. It's not it's not time consuming at all. A little bit of paste with the water goes a long ways. And it's not difficult to stay inside the lines. You hit a crafting block. No! I like the dune too. I think it's dark enough for me. I was thinking black, but I don't know. I think that might be a little bit too harsh. I'm not sure. Lana, we got to get you out of your crafting funk, my girl. Oh, I love it. I gotta say that I'm kind of liking that. Yes, yes, Shauna, it is kind of a boho look, isn't it? I too am loving this. And if oranges and yellow and traditional sunflower colors aren't your jam, mix it up. Make it whatever color you want it to be. It really does not matter. You can take these petals and paint them whatever color you want them to be. This is a fun one. So whether you are doing this on a chalkboard or you're doing it on a piece of wood or a piece of paper, just know you can do this same technique regardless of what your base is. It does not matter. Now, I will say that painting on this chalkboard is super easy. My brush glides across here and my paint is staying exactly where I want it to be. You might get a different look if you put this on wood, only because you have the grain of the wood to fight against. Not fight, but do you know what I mean? Like the paint and the paste is going to want to go in the grain of the wood. So, but you'll just get a different look, and who knows, experiment with it and try it. If you guys try it, show me what you make in the VIP. You can do this with this transfer. You can do it with the butterflies. There's a couple of different ones that are outlined like this that you could create with. Yeah, absolutely, Merle. It is not bleeding at all. You have something in mind? Love it. Love it. I love it when you guys come on here and I inspire you to make something that fills my cup, ladies. Thank you. It's exactly what I intend to do. No, Merle, that dune is not bleeding at all. And I think it has to do with the fact that you pasted it with full strength chalk. Does that make sense? Because the orange I'm able to blend with the yellow because it was watered down to begin with, but that dune is not budging. I'll try and get a close-up for you. If I can't get a good view on this camera, I will take a still for sure afterwards and show you. This is very relaxing. I can understand now why Stephanie loves to paint with her alcohol inks and things, because it is super relaxing. Greg's in a building funk. Oh boy. I don't know why you are. You just built this amazing planter thing that I need to show everybody. Tomorrow, friends, tomorrow I will have a project for you that is going to blow your mind. I cannot wait to show you. But I got to get it stained first. I went out to the Home Depot tonight to grab some more stain because this has to be outdoor stain. I am loving this. Oh, well, that's awesome, Relay. That's my whole goal with these lives and connecting with everybody on the live is just to like chat it up, inspire you, relax you. We've said from the very beginning that the creating and connecting and crafting was what helped us all stay grounded and lower our stress levels after a long, sometimes crappy day. So that's awesome. And I think I started to say, like, I am not a skilled painter. This is not something that I would have ever, like, I would not sit down to paint something without having a guide to go by. I'm not skilled in that sense. But this is super easy. I'm following the lines. I feel like I'm in kindergarten art class, honestly. Just fill in the lines. And I definitely can do that. Another reason why I love this product so much, because no matter what your skill level, the product meets you where you're at, and you can make it more complex or you can make it simple, even depending on your mood, and create something absolutely beautiful. I gotta show you. I hope this is showing up on camera because this is stunning. Stunning. Let's fill in some of these holes. Love it. Yes, we could do that, Annette. We definitely could. You guys are all auto-correcting in the comments. I love it. All right, let's see if we can get this on. Whoop, I hit the camera every time. It is super beautiful. I love it. And I'm not going to do the black. I'm going to leave the dune. I've decided. So we're moving on to the stems, and I'm going to do the same process. If you guys are hanging out with me while I finish this, I love that. I appreciate you and your time. If you're as invested in this process as I am now, I want to show you how it looks when it's done. Thank you, Shauna. Thanks, Mom. All right, I'm just adding a little bit more water to my tray. It is super pretty. I'm going to wash out the orange and the yellow. And we're moving on to green. These little paint trays come in so handy. They are amazing. I'm not like, just spray some water in there. All right, we're going to dabble in some shading. Like I said, not a skilled painter here. So we're going to see how this works. I'm just going to play with it. I've got Meadow, and I think I picked up sage. Yes, I've got sage. Yes, you guys did do a sunflower in your paint. See, that kind of painting I don't think I can do. I love your paintings. They're beautiful. And you guys are both so skilled, but I do not think I have it. Oh, it does kind of look black and white. Yeah, I see what you're seeing, Lana. All right, I'm going to do the same process, and I'm going to see how this goes. I'm not sure that I'm going to love the sage, but we'll see. I'm going to step in with the Meadow first. And like I said, I'm going to do the same sort of thing with the paint and the water. And I'm just I'm going up to and definitely brushing the dune lines, but I also don't want to cover them. I want to see that veining. So this is what we're doing. I think I'm going to be able to get some shading just with the Meadow. We'll see here. We shall see. Thank you, Lana. I love it too. Sorry, not Lana, Kristen. I saw Lana and then read Kristen's comment. I also love how the chalk is forgiving enough that I can go back where it's still wet, like I just did. I went back to where it was really dark and picked up some of that pigment, and then I'm just bringing it over here so that I even it out. Picking it up with that brush is super easy. Yeah, I'm liking the leaves too. Can you guys see that? Yeah, Laura, me too. So I've got some of the Meadow is come off of my brush into my paint tray. So I'm just picking it up from there, and I'm going to see if that's, because Meadow from the chalk container is really, really dark. And I think I want it a little bit lighter. So this is working. I'm just taking it out of that paint tray where it was really watered down. And same thing, like this is a ton of water, and it's not touching the dune at all. I'm going to do the stem too. Yeah, I love this. Is just another way to create with this, right? So this transfer is gorgeous. And if you need your own, I don't think I've mentioned it a lot this month. I've been so preoccupied with retreat. I feel badly. I haven't talked a lot about the specials this month, but don't forget about Transfer Palooza. And this is your opportunity to buy two, get one free. So if you have a list, shoot it over to me so that I can help you, because this is the best sale on transfers that you're going to find. I had to just look because I thought maybe my head was in camera. One of you would tell me that, right? Like if my head was over top of my work, blocking it, would one of you tell me? um, yeah, totally agree with you, Annette. It is. But I think it's super easy to just pick up some of this color and blend it over like it really is. And you just keep playing with it until you get it thinned out enough to where you like the shade. But it's also giving me the opportunity to play with some shading with just this one color. So I'm not going to use the sage. I like this, I like the hue of the meadow. Of course you would. Awesome. You've got a list. Yeah. Well, that's why we need to have a party, Lana. We got to earn you some of that stuff for free. We do, we do. I'm glad you would tell me, Laurie. um, I know you guys have you all got my back. Oh yes, I'm liking this. I'm going to go a little bit darker on this leaf as well. And then that gives me the opportunity to like shade this out. I feel like it should be darker on one side. Like I said, not a pro painter here, but I feel like it should be darker maybe along the veins or whatever, wherever you want to put it. I 100% know that I'm loving the way this looks. And I do have, that was one of the other examples I wanted to show you. Yeah, I believe so. Oh, sunflowers out of stock. Thank you for checking. I believe that wax is in stock, but I can check. I might have a wax here, Lana. I I bought a whole bunch of stuff to have some stock on hand, so I'll check for you when I'm done. And if I have one, you can just come and pick it up the next time you're in town. I have a bunch of transfers and surfaces on hand now, and I'll try and take some pictures so you guys kind of know what. Oh, it says returning soon. Well, I'm pretty sure I have one here. And that, did the sunflower say out of stock or returning soon? Look at how fast this has happened. Like, there's no way I could paint like Brandy and Lisa are painting, or Stephanie. No, I don't think I could do it this quick. I'd be all stressed over the design. You betcha. I will PM you after. Yeah, I was talking to Trista last night. She must have been trying to stay awake at work. I think we got something sorted out for next Saturday. We'll have to figure it out. I'm stealing some of this dark green from this leaf and bringing it over here. So that's how easy it is to just pick it up and move it. Like, honestly, this 100% reminds me of those kids painting books where you just added more water and you got a darker color. Oh, it says returning soon? Okay, that's good news because that means it probably is coming back. Because if it said out of stock, then that would mean that it's no longer. And I know it's hard to believe, but we will get to that place sometime soon because new product comes out in July. So I know it's hard to fathom, but don't sleep on it. If there's something that you're like, I gotta have that, get it because you have no idea when it's going to go out of stock. And as we get closer to July, that stuff's not going to get restocked. It's just going to be gone. So keep that in mind. All right, I'm just going to thin out this. It's a little bit too green for me. And then I will pick this up and show you. Thank you, Laura. Yeah, with the butterflies, this would be amazing. It really would. I'm loving this too. I love the way this looks. And it really is just an experiment until you get going at it. But this one is not hard to do. Looks beautiful, not hard to do. Just going to try and even out the tone on this last leaf. Love it. It's still wet in some places, so that's why it looks darker in some spots than others, but I will hold this up so you can see better. I'll actually, when I change the camera view, I will hold it up so you can see it even better, but I am loving that. Love, love, love. Easy peasy. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, thank you. It looks fabulous. Annette, if it's for a project, just bring it here and use mine. You can always do that. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to show you, I know we're going on like a long time here, and you guys are hanging in, I love it. So I'll show you that in just a second. But the last thing, thank you, Laurie. So the last thing I did today, earlier, was I wood burned this lemon because, like I said, we're working on the tier try stuff. So look at this, my lemons, my little wood slice. For sure, I will. Oh no, you're talking to Annette. I think I know where she's putting that. Happiness is homemade. So this is my little wood slice that I burned earlier. So this is wood burning. And many of you have done that with me recently. But I'm going to watercolor this as well. So where there's no wood burn, I'm going to do the exact same process. This one's going to be real quick. I'm just going to show you a little bit of color in those blank spots where there was no transfer. You know what I'm talking about? Where there was no silk screen, it was vinyl instead. I'm just going to put a little bit of color so you have some context of what it is that you're looking at. Plus it adds a little bit of color to your wood burned piece, which I think is kind of cool. And that's what the ladies and I did today, earlier this afternoon. Two of them added some color to their wood burn piece because they wanted a little bit of color. So I want to show you how it turns up. Real quick, because this one's really small. but it looks cute. I like the addition of a little bit of color on this wood piece, which otherwise just would have been wood grain and black, like the black char, but like, look at the little green. Hey, Chloe. So just that little bit of color in there makes it look cute. You see, I already started the yellow. Just a little bit of color. That's all you need. And you can decide how much or how little, or don't do it all. It's just a suggestion for sure. But I wanted to add some to this and do a little bit more yellow. And then this one will be done too. So just use my paintbrush and a little bit of water. And we'll go back. This one I'm going to do really watered down, so you don't get a ton of pigment, but you do get a subtle yellow on the wood burning. Yep, you got it, Lori. I was actually thinking that yesterday when you said you wanted a wood burn class. We will do that. I don't know if Greg's still watching. I am out of pieces. He's got to build some more. I used the last trays that we had made today, but we have tons of lumber here, I think, so I think we can make more. He might correct me on that. I don't know. So this whole painting thing, this is like watercolor on wood, only instead of using chalk, I've wood burned. That's basically what we've done here, right? It's the same process, but instead of doing the dune paste, I wood burned this earlier, and now I'm just filling in the watercolor with my paste to add a little bit of color to my wood piece. So here's my yellow. It's not dry, but so there's a little bit of variation in the color, but it's kind of cool that you just get a little bit. I'm going to do this this yellow, this big yellow lemon, and then this one will be done. I'll show you all three. We made 3 projects tonight, you guys. My goodness, who are we? I was in the mood to craft, honestly. I was. Annette, I was thinking about you today too. I don't know if you're still on, but I think you wanted wood burning paste or wood burning gel ingredients, and I have more. I ran out at retreat, but I have more, so I'll be making a trip your way sometime soon, so just let me know if you want some. Oh, I like the way this looks. It's really subtle. It's just a watered down paste. You get a light, subtle color in there. And let me just show you. We're done. We are all done, guys. But see the variation? It'll look better when it's dry, but it's still a little wet. But I love it. Yay! I'm not losing my mind. Anyway, this looks cute on this little easel. I'm glad I bought a bunch of these because I'm also gonna, I think I might put this little wood slice on this easel too on my tier tray. I got all sorts of tier tray fun stuff for lemons. That's the theme we're working on. So stay tuned for more lemon stuff. Thank you, thank you. All right, I just gotta lift this, sorry. That's better. Which way? Here we go. Yes, I totally agree. I have tons of these slices. They're drying they've been drying since last year, so they're good and dry because I I wood burned that one and no cracking. So it looks good. Looks good on the little easel. So I'll swap that one out for this one. We did this one too, also on the easel, which looks amazing. Thank you. Lots of inspiration tonight. Couple of different ways to do watercolor and using paper. So you can chalk on paper and put it in a frame. Put it in a dollar store frame that has glass even. Just put it in behind the glass. You can totally do that. Or a frame that you have laying around that you really love or that has sentimental value for you. Just chalk something on a piece of paper and put it inside behind the glass. That's always an option as well. Thank you guys. All right, this is the showstopper. I love the way this looks. And I know that is not the greatest of images, so I will take a still of that. Once that green is dry, I will take a still for you so that you can see it better. But I encourage you all to try something new. Try something like this. One of these things. As always, that's what I'm here for. I love to connect and create with all of you. So thank you so much for being here. If you need any information on Club or on Transferpalooza or anything else that we talked about tonight, just shoot me a message or comment something in the comments and I will come back and follow up with you. All right. Stay tuned tomorrow night. Big project reveal. I'll be out in the workshop because it's not going to fit in here. So hopefully you will all come back and join me tomorrow night. Enjoy the rest of your long weekend if you're here in Canada. And again, thanks so much. Don't forget to vote, please. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll make sure to put it in the news feed again for you. But please vote and vote every single day. Help us to reach our goal and win that prize so that we can expand what it is that we're doing here. Be able to offer this program to women in need who don't necessarily have the financial means to get here, and to be able to expand to including our Power Tool program. So if you are already voting, thank you so much. If you can, share it out to your friends and family. Ask them to vote too. The more votes, the better. It's not keeping track. I have no idea where we are in the standings, so we're just going to push until the 31st. Vote every day. Please, please, please. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, long weekend, Monday, whatever. I will see you again here tomorrow night, and we'll craft and create again. All right? Thanks, everybody. Take care. Bye.